And both teams going through their pregame rituals, getting loose well before we're underway. Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Alongside Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, I'm Kevin Harlan. Allie LaForce will be our reporter tonight on the sideline. So the opening lineup for the Heat. Out in the wings for him, it's Powell and Wiggins. In the post, it's Jovic and Adebayo. And it's Mitchell in at the 5. And for the Spurs, Barnes operates at the 4 with Wembanyama at the 5. Devin Vassell out there with Castle. And it's Champagnie in at the 3 spot. Yeah, just a few games in the book thus far. So, Greg, what are you looking for at this stage of the season?
Well, I like to see which teams get off to a hot start and who's struggling out of the gate. What can those teams do to improve?
Now here's Wiggins. Outside, Adebayo. Wide open shot is on the money.
Well, his shot has come such a long way, and now it's a big part of Bam's repertoire.
Castle with it. What a tremendous game he played against Toronto. Wembanyama down low. Adebayo on him. 4 on the clock. And that one's good. Wembanyama.
And standing easily over 7 feet. When Wemby gets that ball near the hoop, literally nothing a defender can do.
Now here's Wiggins. Coming in off a 21-point game his last outing. The shot by Adebayo, no good.
Good O, better D. Sometimes it works out that way.
Pass to Castle. Here's Wembanyama. Good, with time running down on the shot clock. Wembanyama's got his second bucket.
At well over 7 feet tall, inside is easy money for Victor.
And as if the Spurs stand weren't already stocked with young talent, they moved up from 8th to the number 2 spot in the May draft lottery.
An embarrassment of riches, Kevin. And if any organization knows how to organically build through the draft, it's the Spurs. Yeah, his athleticism more than makes up for his lack of size. Allows him to compete even against bigger guys.
Now, here's Mitchell. Powell for 3. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
An extremely reliable three-point weapon. Powell is taking that every chance he gets.
Vassell against Powell. Barnes outside. Dunk by Barnes.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Vassell outside. Spurs working the ball around now. Barnes can't get it to go.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you. Bam Adebayo is big time. Coach Eric Spoelstra said, quote, "The way he's worked over the years to add to his game has been incredible. He's one of the best passers on the team, and he's not afraid to take the shot in a big moment. He cares deeply about improving, and you see it in the results of his work." Back to you guys.
High praise indeed. Allie, we thank you very much. Mitchell finds Adebayo. Up top, Powell, covered by Vassell. Castle against Mitchell. In the corner, it's Wiggins. A miss that time would have put him up. The Spurs with the lead. Pass to Vassell. And that's a foul called on Bam Adebayo. That is his first foul of the game. Johnson's checked in for the Spurs. Jordan McLaughlin comes in for Devin Vassell. Khalil Ware's checked in for the Heat. Jaime Jaquez comes in for Powell. 1:43 left here in the first quarter. Wembanyama, a screen. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for San Antonio.
Well, the way they've been attacking inside is phenomenal. Consistently getting high percentage looks, and that's what great offenses are all about.
And also, they're doing something you don't see as much anymore, and that is converting time and time again from the mid-range.
Well, Coach, we know the 2025 season was cut short for Wembanyama due to a blood clot in his right shoulder.
Yeah, it was too bad, Kevin, to see that season cut short. Look, I think it's easy to say Wembanyama would have been the defensive player of the year in 2025. I think he had that one sewed up, but he just couldn't get enough games in to get to that. And he's a guy that can do everything on offense. We're talking probably the next face of the league.
Here's Larson. He really played well in that last game against Charlotte. Pass to Ware. 5 to shoot. The Heat need to get a shot off. The shot by Jonas, no good. Here's McLaughlin. Drills the three-pointer.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they shot the basketball.
The Heat trail by 8. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession.
And a moment now to look at the stats for Wembanyama. He's coming off an excellent season, checking in at about 24 points per, almost 4 blocks and 11 rebounds. And the numbers, nothing spectacular in his rookie season, but he's still got a lot of room for growth.
Well, look, very few rookies come into the NBA at a superstar level. It's a tough league to be successful in right away. It takes time.
Now here's Powell. Jaquez with a screen on Bryant. Back to Jaquez. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Ware to stop the drought. Rebound by Sohan. Spurs leading by 8. Here's Johnson. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
Powell for 3, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's San Antonio with a 10-point lead, some breathing room heading into the break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low, so many of their points coming right at the rim. Back right after this. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And taking a look at San Antonio's performance here, what do you think they've been doing or not doing?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Hey, look, it's simple. More rebounds means more possessions, and that's clearly been their priority.
Sohan is out there with Johnson. Then there's Harper, and there's Bryant, and it's McLaughlin in at the point. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with. Johnson against Jaquez. 6 on the shot clock. McLaughlin, the pass to Harper. It's hauled in by the Heat. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
Well, it helps when your opponent makes that many mistakes. I thought that was the story of the game.
Yeah, you got to think Coach will show this one as an example of what not to do. You got to take care of the ball.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Here's McLaughlin. Bryant finds Johnson. Puts up a deep 3. And Ware pulls it down. The Heat trail by 8. And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Well, thanks. The Heat knew they needed to add more shot creation, and this summer, they went out and got just that, acquiring Norman Powell, coming off an all-star caliber season with the Clippers, and doing so without giving up much draft capital in return, or even a starter. That has to be considered a home run for the Heat.
A terrific addition. Shams Charania with the report. Hey, Shams, thanks. They're running, and here we go. And the dunk by Bryant.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
And so Eric Spoelstra will call a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. And the Heat making a change here. Adebayo's checked in. With this chance, let's show you the league's most intimidating shot-blocking defenses from last season. In fourth, the Spurs.
Well, last season, this was a team that prided itself on protecting the rim. They were not an easy group to score on inside.
Pass to Jonas. Now, Wembanyama. Wembanyama with that soft touch around the rim.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Pass to Jonas. Fires the three. Again, the miss by the Heat. Spurs leading by 12. Vassell, right side. And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
2 fouls for him now in the first half. He's going to have to be really smart going forward.
Harper, he's checked in for San Antonio. Wiggins is checked in for the Heat. Davion Mitchell comes in for Jonas. Now, here's Harper. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. And when you talk about Dylan Harper, Greg, just how impressive is his skill set?
A tall guard with incredible handles and elite elusivity. He already has an impressive command of the pick and roll. Harper, I believe, is primed to be a special player in this league.
And now, Allie LaForce says something for us from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Bam Adebayo is now the Heat's all-time leader in double-doubles. Bam said, I want to be number one in some, if not all of these categories. I just have to keep improving and keep chipping away. And then it's just focusing on getting these wins. Guys, back to you.
Good priority. Thanks so much, Allie, for the report. Harper, no good. And so Powell will bring it up for the Heat. 15-point game. And this matchup with the Spurs, it's their first meeting of the season.
And going back a season ago, it was a win for both sides in their 2 meetings.
Yeah, these non-conference matchups are a good measuring stick for a team. Taking on less familiar opponents can tell you a lot.
Knocks down the 3 ball. Barnes has got 7 points.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Now here's Wiggins. He has yet to score. Has to Ware. 6 to shoot. Now here's Powell. Lets it go with the 3. A rebound by the Spurs. Wembanyama has got 8 rebounds in this game. And here is Barnes. Now here's Vassell. Here's Champagnie, covered by Wiggins. Here's Wembanyama. Miami grabs the miss. 56 seconds left now here in the second. On the wing, Mitchell. He's guarded by Harper. Mitchell kicks to Powell. Offline with his 3. And the Spurs with possession. They're on a 10-2 run here. Here is Harper. Pass to Vassell. Barnes, bounce pass. And Wembanyama up top. Over Adebayo. Wembanyama with the bucket. Wembanyama has got 4 points now in the quarter.
His strong shooting has really helped them secure this lead.
Now Powell. Pass to Wiggins. Now Adebayo. Over Barnes. And Adebayo gets it to go on the assist by Wiggins. Adebayo's got his second basket of the game. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. We come back right after this.
Thanks for tuning in. We love the mountain climbing, don't we? Well, there's a huge mountain to climb for the Miami Heat.
I hate the shots they're taking. I hate them. The team is stubborn, and you have to be willing to adjust, like us with all these new teams that's been added.
Agreed. You can't want to be a long-range sniper, but if you miss the target enough times, you become the victim.
And moving on, a chance to look at some of the results that have already gone final. For Orlando, it was a win against the Hornets in Charlotte. That's a bounce-back win for them after a loss their last time out.
Oh, we all saw that one come.
That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game, Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. We're seeing a tremendous game from Victor Wembanyama.
In those first two quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Reminds me of the good old days. Feed it to the big and let him work.
So, Stan, when it comes to preparing your team for a game, as a coach, what are the main things you're trying to get across?
Well, look, Kevin, I think the main things is you've got to decide what the main things are. And when you've got maybe an hour to prepare a team for a game, they're not going to be able to go through everything you would like them to know. But you got to decide. You got to prioritize. These are the 2 or 3 things we've got to get done tonight, and you've got to have a clear understanding of them.
Here's who Eric Spoelstra is starting the second half. Out in the wings for him, it's Powell and Wiggins. In the post, it's Jovic and Adebayo. And it's Mitchell in at the 1. And the Spurs with possession after the Heat pick up 2. Vassell outside. To the inside. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
Now, here's Adebayo. He has 6. Powell sets a screen for Wiggins. Back to Powell. Adebayo down low. Defended by Wembanyama.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Pass to Castle. Barnes outside. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. The Heat trail by 18. And Mitch Johnson, Stan, now taking over full-time as head coach of the Spurs.
Well, look, Mitch Johnson's the son of an NBA player and a high-level point guard in college. He knows how to run a team and favors that pace and space style.
Wiggins passes to Adebayo. Over Wembanyama. Again, Adebayo missing.
Just strong work defensively there in the low post. You got to be tough down in the paint.
Yeah, that's an outstanding defensive stand in close.
Here's Champagnie. 18 points separating the teams. That's the biggest lead of the game. Vassell, no good. And it's Wiggins with the ball for Miami. Powell left side. Down low, Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
Yeah, Adebayo there throwing it down with a little attitude.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. Khalil Ware is checked in for the Heat.
Number 7, Khalil Ware.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Mitchell against Castle. Wembanyama outside. And it's blocked, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And the Spurs making a change here. Johnson's checked in.
Number 3, Keldon Johnson.
The Heat trail by 16. Wiggins outside. It's stolen by Johnson. Vassell outside. Pass to Castle. Back to Vassell. Shoots over Powell. San Antonio again missing. For Miami, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Mitchell passes to Ware. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Well, anytime you can get a good look close in like that, it's always your best option.
The Heat shooting their first free throw tonight, catching up on the changes with Miami. Jaime Jaquez comes in for Wiggins, and it's Jonas in for Mitchell. Here's Castle. Back to Barnes. Shoots over Ware. Barnes can't get it to go. The Heat trail by 14. Steps back. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And last season, the Heat with their worst finish in a decade. Greg, it was surprising.
Well, the Jimmy Butler saga hung over the middle part of the season. The team's best player had 1 foot out the door even before they traded him. So now this team pivots towards that younger core.
Jeremy Sohan's checked in for Barnes. And Miami also making a switch. Larson's checked in. Castle misses. The Heat have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field. Pass to Adebayo. Here's Larson. Heat moving the ball around. 4 on the shot clock. The shot by Adebayo, no good.
Nice work defensively to contest that shot right at the rim. Nothing easy.
Here's Sohan. San Antonio again missing. Jaquez outside. Pass to Adebayo. Over Johnson. Miami no good on that time either.
And guys, his shot hasn't been falling this quarter. Time to settle down, refocus, and get a really high percentage look.
And stolen by Castle. And the Spurs pushing it up now. Vassell wide open. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss.
Come get it.
Inside, pass to Jonas. Ware kicks to Adebayo. Fires away from outside. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Spurs out in front. They lead by 12. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his teammates.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. In the post, it'll be Sohan with Wembanyama. Then there's Keldon Johnson. Then there's Harper. And it's McLaughlin in at the point guard. That's the San Antonio foul. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Johnson up top, guarded by Powell. Here's McLaughlin. Here's Wembanyama. And Ware pulls it down. Ware's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Hawkes can't hit. Spurs leading by 12. To the middle. Here's Sohan. And the dunk by Sohan.
Wow, Sohan just erupts off the floor for the dunk. A reminder of how athletic he is.
Here's Larson. Pass to Jonas. Here's Larson. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession.
And the misconnection there. Hands guarding their beverages. That's a pass he'd like back for sure.
Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Sohan. Adebayo is checked in for the Heat. Now Wembanyama. Johnson outside. Wembanyama, a screen on Hawkes. And a wide open look for Wembanyama. That's in, coming off the assist from Johnson. 17 points for Victor Wembanyama. Here's Jonas. There's the screen. Here's Adebayo. Pass to Jonas. To the paint and stolen by Barnes. Doesn't go for him. The Heat trail by 16. Floats it up for Adebayo. And so Miami again turning it over. Looking to get on the board here in the fourth still. And the Spurs with some changes. Champagne's checked in. And it's Vassell in for Harper. And then for Miami, Nikola Jovic is checked in for Khalil Ware. Andrew Wiggins comes in for Jaime Hawkes. And it's Mitchell in for Jonas. Vassell against Powell. Back to Castle. Wembanyama, a screen on Mitchell. Castle misses. On offense, here are the Heat. They trail by 16. And when this game is done with, they'll be off to Los Angeles, taking on the Lakers. That'll be the second on the road in the midst of this long 4-game road stand. Here's Castle. Pass to Champagnie. Misses the 3. Now Mitchell. Now Adebayo. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Now Castle. Cleared away by Adebayo.
Even though it hasn't been his best game, they're still up, and that's what's important.
And that one is good.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
And so it's Mitch Johnson calling timeout. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Over the last break, I listened in on Mitch Johnson's huddle, and he encouraged them to stay focused and not get complacent, saying we worked too hard to get this lead and we're not going to give it up now. Stay connected, play smart, let's get this win. Guys, back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Adebayo drives in.
Well, Bam is dangerous when he's moving down the lane like that.
They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
Now Castle. Now Wembanyama. Oh, Wembanyama spacing the floor.
And I like when Wembanyama is aggressive on offense because defenses feel helpless to stop him.
Adebayo against Wembanyama. Now Mitchell. And he misses the J. 1:11 left in the fourth quarter.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Spurs.
Fewer miscues made the difference.
I mean, a great all-around effort. Not only did they minimize their turnovers, but kept the pressure up on D, forcing the other team to commit turnovers.
And it'll mark their fourth win on the year. Actually, their fifth win on the year.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Victor Wembanyama.
Well, bottom line, he was just unstoppable at times. Not much you can do when he's playing with that kind of confidence.
Here's Larson. Harrison Barnes picking up that last basket. There's 48 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Now, Sohan. Johnson, and he cams it in.
And it's just competing, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Here's Larson. And good that time. Here's McLaughlin. And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome.
Off the glass. Down by 15. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. Here with Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan, signing off for this presentation of NBA basketball. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Victor Wembanyama.